Fadl, you've been in the content game for a while. How can people get paid without creating their own content?
Great question, GPT. So today there's a very trending way where people are making money through various social media platforms, and it's called faceless channels. There's faceless YouTube channel, there's faceless TikTok channels and Instagram channels. What the main concept behind all of it is, they partner up with influencers and content creators and help them get the traction and engagement that they're looking for by repurposing their content. And what's beneficial for them is that the content creators or influencers that they're partnering up with pays them per views that they get on their videos that they repurpose. And what's the benefit for these people that are repurposing? They get paid for it on the number of views that they get. And why do they do this? Why can't they do what the content creators are doing? Because they probably don't want to do content creation, or they don't have the creative aspect of it. And it's a lot more effortless because they don't have to do any of it. They just have to get views, and the algorithm and all these platforms are broken and they vary constantly. All comes down to consistency. If you can be consistent on any of these major platforms, you can always rack up at least 1,000 views.
That's a really insightful explanation, Fadl. It's fascinating how this approach works. Now, what about the platforms or tools that can make repurposing and scheduling this content easier?
Great question. So first, let me touch down on the topic of the platforms. There are two platforms that I've found an interest in. That is Whoop, that's run by Iman Ghazi, and it's valued at $800 million. So that's a great platform where there's a lot of content creators and influencers partnered up over there, and they're helping other faceless channels to make money by repurposing their content. And another app that I've seen is Get Paid, that's there on the App Store. You can partner up with influencers and content creators who want their videos, a long form, short form, whatever it is, repurposed and clip formed, I would say, and sent out on Instagram, TikTok, and various other platforms. And they pay you per views that you get, and each of them have their own standards. So some creators could pay you $3 per 1,000 views, some viewer would pay you $1 per 1,000 views, and it depends. So you can choose and pick which creator you want to work with, and they have various programs where you can win gifts and bonuses. So it's just an easy way for anyone who's trying to make money on online platforms. And I will explain more how you can simplify this process, because I know editing is quite a difficult task, because when you repurpose these videos and you have to schedule these videos or post them on these platforms, it does become difficult because you have to select TikTok, Instagram, and any other platform like YouTube Shorts.
That makes a lot of sense, Fadl. It sounds like these platforms offer a lot of flexibility and opportunity. Now, how do tools like Opus Clips and Plannable simplify the editing and scheduling process for these repurposed videos?
Perfect. Great question. There are two tools that I would recommend everyone to use, and I personally use it for all of my businesses to upload the content and schedule the content. So I have long form content like podcasts and various other clips that I take, and I just take these clips and put into Opus Clips and schedule it on Plannable. Now, let me explain the investment that you have to do into this business, because any kind of business has a certain amount of risk, and you reduce the risk by increasing the probability of success by putting in consistent effort. And this is the basic simple formula, right, to making any business work. So when it comes down to Opus Clips, it costs you $13 to get 100 plus credits. And these credits stay for a very long time. It barely requires you any credit for taking a long form content. And one long form content can be made into 36 short form content. And this AI rates your content based on the best hooks and everything from green to red, from points. It has a point system. So you can select what videos you want to upload on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts for these influencers or content creators that you've partnered up with on paid or on Whoop. So after you do that, the next software that you have to have on your tab open up is Plannable. Plannable is a super amazing scheduling app that is partnered up with almost every single major platform that ranges from X, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everything possibly you can imagine, Pinterest. So you go on this platform, you link your accounts, sync your accounts with these platforms, and you take the content that these influencers want you to repurpose. They will give you the brief. They'll give you the rules that you need to follow. Everything is mentioned on these platforms like Whoop and Get Paid. Then you go there, take this content, put it on Opus Clips, get 36 short form content, take the content that you resonate with best, put it on these platforms. Let's say there's 36 content. What I usually do is take 12 pieces of content, that is 12 days of content, 3 into 12, 36. So I upload 3 pieces of content, various timings that I go on ChatGPT. I check when is the best engagement timings for various platforms, that is Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I upload on those specific times that GPT tells me. And then I keep it lined up for the next 12 days. So I don't have to worry about it or focus on uploading or taking clips from anywhere or editing, because Opus Clips does the editing and I schedule for the next 12 days all the content on this Plannable platform. And now what's beneficial is you don't need to work with just one content creator. You can work with multiple content creators with the help of Plannable. So let's say you partner up with 5 content creators and you make $3 per 1,000 views for each content creator that you partner up with. So that is $3 into 5 content creators per day, you make $15. Let's take an average of $10 per day. But it takes time. It's not the first day when you start uploading videos, you start getting 1,000 views. You need to do a certain level of engagement. And then once you work with these, work with building up your platform by uploading constant content. And if you can get $10 per day into 30 days, that's $300 that you're generating for free. And you've just invested $74 into Opus Clips and Plannable. So it's a very low risk business project, but it requires a certain level of effort and consistency from your side, because any kind of business that you go into, you need to put in the effort.
Absolutely, Fadl. That's a fantastic breakdown. It's clear that with the right tools and a consistent strategy, anyone can turn content repurposing into a sustainable income stream. Thanks for sharing your insights. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
Right. So I've just mentioned that this can be utilized for faceless channels, but any content creator like myself who's building his own personal brand, who's building his own business and posting a lot of social media content, you can use this app, these tools that I've told, and this strategy into building it on for yourself. Because the more you're consistent, the more your video keeps going out in the algorithm, the more the people that see it, they see it once and they'll keep going back to them again and again. So consistency is the name of the game. I want each and every one of you to start playing with these softwares, utilize it to your advantage. And if you're someone who's trying to create content, these two tools are going to be your best friends.